Well, I guess that's a good time to step in then, isn't it? Song just ended. Okay. What's up, crypto junkies? Welcome to today. Welcome to Monday. It's Sunday for a lot of you. Monday for me. There we go, Stream Health. I need you to turn yellow. That's perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. Be nice and slow for me. So that's really, really, really great there. I appreciate that one. Okay, let's just fix that up right there. All right, so today is Monday, and I don't have coffee flowing, but I'm still excited nonetheless. All right, I'm still super excited, and the reason why I'm excited is because we got some big Bitcoin news that I want to talk about, and then I want to get into some trading with you if you guys are okay with it. I want to show you some basics, some things that we've been doing in the day trading room. In the boiler room, in the Discord community. I want to share some recent results that I've gotten, some other people have gotten. I'll exclude names, of course. I'll show you some of the goodies in my little brown book here, my day trading notebook, which is filling up quick because I tell you what, like day trading is going to turn into one of my passions. And the reason why is because, I don't know, like I'm just driven to be really good at it. All right. And so we're gonna talk about some of that today. I'm going to share some of that with you. But as always, before we get started, all the links that you'll ever need to anything that I talk about is underneath the video in the description box, okay? So the new additions to that is the VPN deal that we locked in recently. So NordVPN, we locked in a 77% off discount. Yes, that's real, 77% off discount. So a 3 years of using NordVPN is just 99 bucks, which I don't think I've found cheaper. Plus, it's one of the top rated on like every single site. It's a top 3, if not top 5 tool to use for VPN. So we talked about net neutrality on Friday. Piggybacking off of that, if you haven't gotten yourself a VPN yet, you're going to want to, so that you can access the sites and have the speeds that you want with your ISP provider moving forward. They're obviously not going to just immediately roll out net neutrality, but it might happen relatively quickly. Okay, so you need a VPN to mask where the actual IP address is coming from so that you can access sites normally, okay, and access them at the speeds that you should be able to access them at. Most of this was talked about in Friday's live stream if you need to go back to that, okay? The next new link that I've got in here is my Binance link. So I'm going to show you guys the Binance exchange, which is like the go-to exchange we use in the boiler room. If you're not in the boiler room, you probably should be, especially because we're going to be making changes, and I think we might have to lock that down in a little different way than we have been recently. And I'll talk more about that. But if you want to sign up for the Binance exchange, now that I've gotten all the guys in the community a bunch of love and gotten a bunch of signups for all of them, I'm going to show my link for a little bit here. So if you haven't signed up to Binance, it is a really, really good exchange, really good uptimes, meaning that it doesn't seem to crash and go down for maintenance like a lot of other exchanges right as BTC is pumping, which is usually bad because we want to execute trades, whether it's on BTC or on altcoins, while you know, Bitcoin itself is pumping or correcting, okay? And that's it. Everything else is pretty much the same in the links, right? Yeah. Perfect Christmas gift would be the Ledger Nano or even a NordVPN, even though it's like a virtual gift. Like if you want to give them something physical, like I was just talking to my dad about this, like give everyone a Ledger Nano. They're like 50 bucks. It's a perfect stocking stuffer. If you got a family that's getting into crypto, you know, keep your coins safe that you don't want to have just sitting around in an exchange. To be clear, your coins are not safe in an exchange if you're just looking to sit on those long term. Okay? If you're holding coins, it's not enough to have them in an exchange. Basics on that would be to have them on a hardware wallet. Okay? Yes, I am the show master, Mac10. Thank you very much. All right. Anyways, let's get into it. First off, let's get into the big news of today, which is that CME Group has officially launched the futures. Here we go. As you can see, effective Sunday, December 17th, 2017 for trade date Monday, the 18th. They're going to be doing Bitcoin futures. So the pairing will be BTCF, okay? It's not quite on TradeView, even though this is the TradeView chart. You're not able to search this out. At least earlier you weren't able to search this out on trade view just yet. And you can see, like, look, we got some 1-minute data and 30-minute data so far. But how it's going to work is apparently the contract unit size itself will be based off of a minimum of 5 Bitcoin, which is going to be pretty crazy. Minimum price fluctuation, $5 per Bitcoin, $25 total fluctuation, because again, it's five Bitcoin per contract. So you can read about the details here. There's not a whole lot given there. I don't know a whole lot about futures, meaning I've never traded futures, but here's what I do know. In the Bitcoin market, it really doesn't matter what the long-term experts say about a lot of this stuff, because the short-term hype will get it pumping. And we've seen that. Like we've seen it jump from 17 to almost 20,000. I have it pegged to break 20,000, which not to stroke my ego too much, but I did call that if CME Futures were going to launch like that week that, what was it, the first week of December and now into the 18th. So they're right on the original timeline. They were supposed to launch early but didn't. So I said if they launch early, then we would see 20K this month. I was wrong. So they launched right on time, and I think we'll see 20K. In fact, I know we'll see 20K before the end of the year on Bitcoin. So with that being true, and I wasn't that confident. So again, I'm not Nostradamus, but I'm just going off of the information that I have to make my predictions, right? Which I've been fairly accurate at. I've also bombed on a few too. So just to be clear, with that being said, now that we've seen 20, or not seen, but we will see 20 on Bitcoin, I think we will see 40 by March on Bitcoin. So Mike Novogratz said that we'll see 40,000 in 2018, meaning that by the end of 2018, I think was his timeline. I think he's off on that. I think we'll see 40,000 by March, and we'll see a possibility of 100,000 by December. Why do I think that, right? Let's get into this for just a second. Why do I believe that? Because you got to understand waves of trends. So we're breaking from 2 into wave 3, which is exactly where we want to be. That's also when the most amount of people will get into something new, will get into the market itself, and we will see the most, not necessarily volatility, but we will see the biggest, most staggering increases in value during that time too. So I don't know what's going on with my voice today. I apologize. So my prediction is that we will see hyperbolic or parabolic activity all year in 2018. And we will see all-time highs that just make people's heads spin, okay? That's my predictions. And I'm perfectly okay with being wrong too. So if you haven't allocated to holding Bitcoin long-term, at least through the first 2 quarters of 2018, you probably should. Even if you bought in right now, which is it high, is it low? Should I wait for it to correct? If you're going to hold it for like the next 6, 12 months, it really doesn't matter. All right. And I make that perfectly clear, because like it doesn't really matter what we buy in at if we're holding for that amount of time. Okay. Waiting for this potential correction that might never happen. We might skip over the correction completely. Those types of moves aren't necessary on these longer term holds. They're only necessary if, 1, obviously I'm trying to short. 2, if I'm trying to scalp and just get in and get out on short day trading activity. And that's it, pretty much. All right. Or if I'm just looking, yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so let's check out the new staggering number. You saw before I refreshed it. You guys saw this is at 587, right? And again, here I am again in another live stream saying, gosh, man, it's like every time it's at a new all-time high. So we are approaching 600 billion market cap. Still around the same amount. We float around, I think, 1,000 to 1,300 coins, cryptocurrencies total. Bitcoin is staying between a 54 to a 56% dominancy, at least over the weekend. I was trading all weekend, which I absolutely loved, and then I took some time off to relax and recover a little bit. So I'm feeling really, really good today. I don't know if you noticed. All right. Bitcoin is back over 300. So 312 billion for Bitcoin. It's just crazy. Let's take a quick look. Where's our old BitConnector? BitConnect is number 18, down 7%. So let me just look here really quick. What what the price is. Because I kind of want to make a small little point about something. Okay, so it's at 407 right now. I remember, and I actually called out in the Discord in the BitConnect channels when it was, I think it was somewhere around 340 to 360. I said, and this is right after it jumped from like 240 to 260. And I sold out right at about 300 in some positions that I was staking. I think I had 9 or 10 coins, okay? My point was that I had successfully made, you know, $900 and something at that point off of just holding that. I was staking it during that time too, so I made an additional like $30 or $40 off of staking it, and then I sold it off for a profit. That was a very lazy move that didn't require any technical analysis, actually. That didn't require any special skill set. It didn't require me to stay up day and night and worry about it. I actually didn't care about it. My point is this. BitConnect actually at the height of us almost almost hitting 19,000 on Bitcoin, it was at 452. That is the highest I saw BitConnect. So here we are again at 400, and as Bitcoin corrects, BitConnect will correct a little bit with it. So you could do some basic TA on Bitcoin or steal somebody else's basic TA to give you an answer and be able to make an entry point for BitConnect, because when Bitcoin stops correcting, you can assume BitConnect will level out too. We're kind of back on track with it being synced to Bitcoin pretty accurately. We had about 2-3 week window where it didn't act like that, and then it is now once again acting the same way it did month in and month out since BitConnect was $10. You know, like, if you just rewind the clocks, BitConnect at some point was just like Ethereum. There was a pre-ICO, they were selling the shit for less than $1, and now it is pegged at $450. What you got to look at what your return would be on that. Like, that is life-changing shit right there. I don't know what other way to say it. That will change your life. So right now, and I'll give you two you could look at. This is decent TA for looking at Elliott waves, a couple retracements, and then another good one, that's mine. Another good one would be, I believe, this was done on the 14th. I actually haven't read this, but this looks pretty close to what we've now actually gone and done, being on the 18th. So you could look on, just go to TradingView's homepage, look at somebody else's TA, and figure out when Bitcoin is going to kind of level out. And when it does that, or it starts to run up again, that's when you would actually buy into BitConnect, because then BitConnect will run up with it. So if we just saw 450 and now it's at 407, you could even skip that step and you could just buy in now at around 400, expecting that once Bitcoin hits 20,000, which it will, you'll be somewhere around 470 to 500 on BitConnect. Cash out. Like, that is such a silly, simple move. You don't have to do anything for that move, but put your money in and hold BitConnect. You could hold it on the internal exchange, which I suggest, because there's even arbitrage within the internal exchange on BitConnect to where you'll get another $4 or $5 worth on the buy and sell side, because a lot of people just click buttons and they don't realize the price that they're buying and selling at. They don't double check it because they're not actual traders. They're investment seekers, okay? So you could even squeeze a little bit more out arbitrage-wise on the internal exchange, but you could go with HitBTC and keep yourself completely safe. You could offset yourself and be able to dump out into USDT really, really quickly if you needed to. But this is another easy play that I'm going to call to your attention right now on the live stream that you could get in and clear a good $75 to $100 per coin on this motion here that we're going to see on BitConnect. All right, let's get rid of that. Yeah, so we checked that out. Let's go to the old Twitter. You always want to come to Twitter because the thing you got to recognize with crypto is that it's highly speculative still. And that means that if somebody posts something and it starts to get shared around a lot on Twitter, on Reddit, then a lot of people start taking that as truth, whether it is or not. Okay. Now that doesn't really, like, we've seen some big shit tests. I call these shit tests on Bitcoin. Like, you know, China ban, when the news first came out, it affected the market a couple months ago. But now those things don't really affect the market. The market sensitivity has dulled out on that, and it doesn't affect the market the same anymore. Bitcoin is really different to altcoins. Altcoins tend to react quite a bit on news, especially positive news like Ripple. Any good positive Ripple news, and I swear that thing will like go to the moon and back. And a lot of the smaller altcoins, like Verge has been one, right? John McAfee, if you followed him on Twitter, you could have made some moves on Verge. So what is it, XVG? XVG, like, let's look. And I guarantee you the top search results will be what? John McAfee. So this is one from just the 14th to the 15th, but Verge has been having some really good pumps lately. I actually sold an old bag of Verge that I had back from September. One of my very first efforts in Gunbot, when I got Gunbot, which is an auto trading bot, right? I was holding this bag of like 11,000 Verge, sold it off. I don't even know, I haven't calculated what my final price was. I think somebody did in a group, but I think it was like 2.5x. And that was something that like I didn't even try that hard on. And so one thing you'll notice with a lot of the altcoins right now is that even if you screw up, there's still a lot of room to make money, get out of the trade. There's no reason to take a loss because that bag that you're holding will come back around and be a beautiful sell-off point at some point in time in the next 30, 60, 90 days. So anyways, we'll talk more about that in just a second. So John McAfee has been pumping Verge a lot lately. XVG is the trade ticker. And what do you know, since the 14th when he's been talking about this, which he talked about it before that, XVG's been pumping. Everything ever since the net neutrality, which was Friday. Well, let me just type in his name and pull him up. There he is. Ever since Friday, net neutrality comes out. He had a pinned post. He removed it now. Son of a gun. He had a pinned post that basically talked about his picks. Here it is. Monero, Verge, and Zcash for privacy, because these are privacy-based coins. Now, Monero has a pretty bad rap at this point. It's basically used for money laundering and a drug trade. So that one, we didn't really see much motion happening through the weekend. But Verge still got a relatively clean name, and we saw a massive pump on Verge. And we saw a little baby pump on Zcash, which I mentioned that on Friday. I brought those up. Well, here we are again Monday, and guess what? It still applies. So we had an entire weekend of great trading with Verge just because of this one piece of news. So if you aren't already utilizing Twitter as the resource it is to get yourself some news, then you should be. Also, too, if you want top TAs, just ransack my list. Follow me and grab all the people that I'm following, okay? So this guy's really good, 33K Moku. His TA is really good, so is this one here, Crypto Creed. Some of the other guys, it's hit and miss, and a lot of them, it's just ego plays. Luke, his stuff is really solid too, so those three guys are the three that I tend to follow the most. But look, here he is, all day he's been talking about BTC. All day. So if you had no clue about where should I buy in, where should I be looking to sell, well, he's giving it to you right here. He's giving you some basic all the way to advanced indicators right here. That's how you get started with this stuff. And I don't know of another market that's doing it like this, to where it really is so easy to get in and get involved. And I'm going to show you an example of that now. So now that we've gone through some news, all right, my lag isn't that bad. My lag isn't that bad. Okay, now that I've shown you some news, let's get into some charts. So this is Binance. If you haven't signed up for Binance, there's a link in the description. It's free. It's just an exchange. It's a really good exchange, though. So in this account, what do I have in this one? In this account, I think I have like, yeah, 3,500. So this, I've been moving more and more money over because I've been getting more and more active in trading. So let's talk about my result over the weekend. Over the weekend, I think I executed a dozen trades, maybe with the total accumulation of the buy and sell points. Probably about a dozen trades, and I'm up, I think, $800. So when I started trading in this account, I had 1,500, and then I moved over, I think, 900 more from another wallet, and the rest is profits. That puts me at about $800, I think. Again, math isn't really my strong suit. But here's something that I want to do right now with you. Lend, L-E-N-D, to BTC. So this is the advanced chart, first and foremost. So when you log into Binance, it's going to look like this. And we have two things going on, basic and advanced, okay? You click on advanced, and it brings you right over here. So I'm gonna walk you through a trade right now if you want to get in on this with me. And this is what we do all day long in the boiler room. 24/7, this group is pumping and running anywhere between 5 to 50 people, all right? And it's a voice chat. So it's a voice channel. And so we're going to look at Lend. Lend is basically like, what is it, Prosper? So Prosper was this platform that came out in the US that was like really, really cool. And it allowed you to like crowdsource loans, I think would be the best way to do it, right? Yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, you would crowdfund personal loans. And so this is different than Kickstarter, GoFundMe. GoFundMe is more for like nonprofits. Kickstarter is more for like people who there's like a 90-day roadmap that you need for Kickstarter now to have a successful Kickstarter. You got to like put in a bunch of production value into your video. You got to hire a copywriter, beautiful images. Like there's so much required now to have a successful Kickstarter. It's like, and it's for startups mostly. Prosper is for people. And I remember when this first came out, like I got to see this whole platform launch. This is right around the time when I first got started in internet marketing. I want to say maybe a year after that. Yeah, 2005. Yeah, damn. Okay, so it was right around when I got started in it. And I got to see this platform take off. And at first, I was actually looking to get a personal loan because I had just fallen out of, where was I transitioning from? Modeling and door-to-door sales to starting internet marketing. And I was like at home with mom and dad, like broke. And so I was like, oh yeah, I heard about this. I don't even remember from where. And I tried to get one and obviously wasn't approved. I wasn't really the most lendable person, I think, back then. But anyway, Lend is now the cryptocurrency version of that. So we've got a really good entry point right now at 6 cents. And the reason why I say it's good is because I'm going to hold this until it's 20, 40, or 60 cents. I haven't decided yet. And I'll probably sell off my positions at 20, 40, and 60 cents and pull my profits out, okay? And I think I'll hold on to some even long term. So right now I have 8,000 Lend coins. 6, 7, and 8 cents is a good point for it right now. So all we have to do to actually buy is I've already got BTC in my account. You're going to obviously need that. We click on the price here. It pulls that price in right here. What's 25% look like? 69, 13,000. And that's 0.005. Yeah, let's grab 50%. So another 13,000 right there at 6 cents. It was a little bit more. But so now I put in the buy order. Can I cancel that out? No, let me see. Let me refresh this. It stays relatively good. What I mean is, like, I have these charts open all day long, and I don't usually have issues. So I've got a couple open orders now. I've got a, yeah, so this one has, oh, this one did fill. Okay. And so I've got another one at, why does it say 369? Oh, that's my order history. Oh, so I don't have that open order. I must have canceled it. So I had an open order at 308. I was going to stick around to see if it dipped back down to 308. But the strategy that we're using, and this is the strategy that most people are using in the boiler room, is what I'll share with you right now. You operate off the 1 and 5 minute chart and the 1 hour chart. But I mostly stick in the 5 minute chart. And we're literally doing what's called the Bollinger Band Mad Hatter strategy. This is already, this whole video where Royal walks you through how to do this inside of the exchange is already up on the Crypto Junkies YouTube channel. That's not my channel. My channel is Crypto J. We have a second community channel now that we're starting to grow. Already, I think, around 150 subscribers. And it's called Crypto Junkies. So just go into the search bar now in YouTube and type in Crypto Junkies in a new tab, so you obviously stay with me on the live stream. Subscribe to that, hit the bell notification, and you'll already see videos there. There's 2 videos so far on trading. The first one is on trendline trading. The second one is called the Mad Hatter strategy. That's exactly what I'm showing you here today. So I just executed that trade. I'm in it now, right? And so let's see. Yeah, so now I've got 22,000 land altogether, which is decent, I guess, position-wise. And so the Bollinger Band strategy is the following. Our blue lines here are the Bollinger Bands, okay? So what we're looking for is when it's bouncing off the bottom Bollinger Band line. That's usually our entry point. And we wait for a couple different confirmations, especially if you're in the boiler room, in a day trading room. This becomes ultimately easier because you can just ask like, hey, we bounced off the bottom Bollinger Band. Can I go in now? Is it a good entry point, right? And usually the guys who are better at TA can tell you, no, maybe it's going to go down further. It's going to go down further. Use this as your buy-in point. So maybe you're trying to buy in at 369 and they're like, no, wait for 360 to buy in at, right? And then that's how you do it. And so tons of help to actually be had in that group, which I'll talk about that in just a second, change that we're going to make. But you've got also a couple other indications that you can use. You can look at order book volume, which is a level 2. And you can see these walls, these buy and sell walls. A buy and sell wall is basically just a shitload of people or amount of coins trying to buy or sell at a certain Satoshi mark, okay? Pretty simple. And you can use so this volume indication here really just tells you what's going on over here. So you don't necessarily need volume here. You could use another indicator like RSI, which is an oscillator, and MACD, which is a lagging indicator, and it tells you what's already basically happened to confirm your suspicion and also give you direction on what's going to come. So you could use those simple other indications or indicators as confluence to make sure that you're making the right decision. You can go through the Mad Hatter video, get deeper insight on that. I'm not going to go too deep into that here today. But yeah, like that's how easy it is to execute a trade. All I did was I moved BTC. I did a deposit into my Binance account. Very easy. Should show up within 30, 60 minutes. And I get an email when that's arrived. And then I just came over here into the advanced chart and I bought in, okay? Now, there's a lot more we could talk about with cost averaging. I want to shoot a solo video talking about cost averaging, which means if I buy in at, let's say, 300 Satoshis, and then it starts to drop and it goes to, let's say, 290, and then it goes to 280, and then 270, 260. Those could all be buy-in points for me to buy in a smaller percentage and buy the market down. And why I would do that is because then it would lower my profitability line. It would lower my threshold in which I am then in the green, right? Versus I come in with everything I got at 300, now I'm stuck. Like you got to save yourself some room in your overall portfolio to be able to buy yourself out of mistakes is what we call that, okay? And that's when you just cost average yourself down. And you do that at you can do that at trend line or fib retracement marks, or you can just kind of do it as it goes down, maybe another 10 or 20 Satoshis. It's entirely up to you. And I'm just trying to keep an eye on the group too, because I want to make sure. What I was going for is to do a live BB strategy right here on the stream to where I bought in and then sold with a profit to show you just how easy it can be. I don't know if we'll actually pull that off. But so there's 3 that I'm looking at. Lend, I'm obviously keeping my eye on that. I made profit on Lend all weekend. If you look at my trade history over the last week, you'll see Jay ain't bullshitting. We got some Lend sells here, so I sold off. I bought in around 2, sold off at 240, 250, sold some more at 245. I had an IOTA ETH pair that I really bought into the wrong side of the market there, and I was able to get out of that. I went in on OMG. You see all my buys and sells here. And overall, like I said, I was up all weekend. So even with some mistakes that I made, and that's what I really want to note here, is like there was a day when I fell asleep and almost missed the sell window. There was like a day when somebody messaged me and said, hey, sell, and I didn't see it for like 45 minutes later. And somebody just tagged me in a Discord, which they tag everybody. So you would have seen that too. and you could have literally timed your trades off of what advice other people were giving you and stay in profit. In fact, there's a lot of people already doing that. My gains for the weekend are really, really small in comparison to some other people. Now, I'm not going to name names, but there's already people who have gone from holding and starting with $5,000 and $10,000 to being well over $100,000 in their portfolio now, which I know for a lot of people on this stream right now, like it's like you just got hit with a nasty fart. Like you're just like, what? What is that? Is that even possible? What is he talking about? And the funny thing is that all that's been from is simply joining the free Discord chat and hanging out with our pro traders in the day trading and boiler room. That's it. Like, I don't know how many times I got to fucking mention this, guys. Like, all you got to do is show up in this free chat and you could literally change your life. Now, that's not a guarantee, okay? You could do some really dumb stuff and lose all your money, obviously, okay? So I just want to note that. But the fact that we've had some hyper aggressive people have that good of an ROI already, and like everyone can vouch for it. You know, the hundreds of people that go into the day trading room can vouch for this shit every single day. The fact that that is even possible, remotely possible. And granted, we could charge. I see guys charging 0.5, or excuse me, 0.05 all the way up to 0.1 Bitcoin per month for these stupid Telegram notification groups and pro trader TA blah 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 groups, right? And we could surely do that too, but we're not. Like this is again another little piece, like why we're so different, why this community is so different. And I hope by now, like for those that have been following me since we had 100 subscribers, like 2 subscribers, I was doing these live streams and there was nobody on them. I was talking to myself. Like, we're just getting started. If you think the shit that I just said is crazy, just wait. We're just getting started. We've got something huge we're going to drop in the next 10 to 15 days, which will be a game changer. It is literally going to be an insurance policy for the whole community so that we can hedge, all of us can hedge our risk. Because there will be lending platforms that go down. Yes, there will. And there will be other things that come up in life. And this fund is going to be specifically set up for that. Now, I'm like 90% clueless on how to actually do it, how to actually make that work. But I'll tell you what, we'll figure it out. Like, that's the difference. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I've been watching XVG as well because this has been running pretty good. Like, if we stand back and look at the 1 hour, I don't know why sometimes I can zoom out and sometimes I can't, but it's not letting me. So let me just kind of scooch over. It's been pretty consistently staying in the canal. Remember, these blue lines are my Bollinger Bands, right? It's been pretty consistently just running that do-si-do, I call that lateral motion through the Bollinger Bands over time. All right, so got my eye on XVG. You see it's kind of shrinking down. It's kind of crunching down in the, and this is like a consolidation period right here. So I would say wait, but it should be doing something and it should have motion here within probably the next 30 to 60 minutes. Okay, I got ahead of myself into all that stuff, but what I wanted to show you was, so I'm always advancing myself in my own knowledge, and for the most part, like out of all the things I could possibly talk about, I'm terrified the most about talking about trading because I don't know why that one just hits me the hardest, right? And I want to make sure that I am saying the right shit. Like I would hate to be giving somebody bad TA and then it leads to them making a really bad decision. So I'm always like, out of everything, I'm the most cognizant of like what I'm talking about from a trading capacity because yeah, I don't know, like that one really bothers me that, and I want to come correct and be on point with what I'm talking about. That being said, one of the things that I've been getting heavily involved into recently is Elliott waves. I love Elliott waves, and it works really good with fib retracements, which is why I like it. So let's get rid of this one. I'm going to just trace a few things out for you guys. So I might not, one thing I want to note is I might not have it exactly correct on the Elliott wave. I know that wave 1 and 2 are correct, 3, 4, and where 5 leads, like this angle on here might change, right? Because if you see, we've already broken through. So now 4 might become here. But here's what you got, some basic rules, and I've talked about this before. 4 is, if 2 is deep, 4 will not retrace as hard as 2. So 1 and 3 are your bulls, and 2 and 4 are your correction or your bears. Okay, so wave 2 and 4 are usually your corrections, and if wave 2 is big, wave 4 will not be. But wave 2 was not that big of a correction, so wave 4 might actually correct deeper down than 2. Another rule, I believe, is that yeah, you need this. So another one to take into consideration. Well, actually, let me not even go into that because I might not have it right. So I don't even want to try. But your basics are that there's always 5 waves, and that 1 and 3 are your bulls, and 2 and 4 are your bears. If 2 was a heavy reset or correction rather, then 4 won't be. And if 2 was shallow, then 4 will be a bigger retracement. But 4 will never go down into your territory of 2. That's another rule, okay? So anyways, wave theory is great. There's a 400-page book that you could read that would fill you in on how that was actually originally created and the truth behind it, but it is very truthful, just like the fib retracement, right? Like the Fibonacci sequence is like, it's present in every part of life, and that's the best way I can describe it. So how do we now do fib retracements on the waves? We can when it's a 5 wave, we do from 0 to 1, and we do from 2 to 3. Okay, we have to retrace both of those. A lot of people, and this is what I was doing in the beginning, they retrace this wrong, and they'll retrace from bottom to top. You do not do that. You have to retrace from 0 to 1, and then 2 to 3, and then from there, I don't remember, but at least you got that part of it. At least you got that that part to get you started. So we come from the bottom here, and our 1 mark is there, okay? So what we figure out off of this, and if we're in this, like let's say we're right here in this wave, what we're basically seeing, oh, my coffee just showed up. I'm getting more excited. And so this is our 1, this is our 0, because we're going from top, or from bottom to top. And you could go, yeah, you would retrace from bottom to top. And so, thank you, sir. Let me just, yep. Let me just see. Okay, and so, where was I? Okay, so this is our 0 mark. So what we're looking for is how deep it'll retrace. Where it usually goes is it usually goes to the 23 or the 38%, which, what do you know? We've got a little tail on this. Our little wick dipped down into the, what is that? The 0.38 or the 38%, all right? And the reason why we do this on wave 1 is because we want to see where it retraces down to, so that we can kind of figure out where our entry and exit points need to be based on the wave. So the wave tells us basically that this will retrace, the most common points it'll retrace is the 236 and the 382. Not to say that it will stop there, ever. Like, that is not set in stone, okay? And most guys, they'll put their buy-in points at 0.5, so the 50%, which we didn't even get down to. So a lot of guys missed out on entering back into this if they were just going off of Elliott wave and fib retracement by themselves. So then we do 2 and 3. So let's get this going. So then we retrace 2 to 3. And it's going to tell us the same thing. It's going to tell us what's about to happen. We do the same shit. And it's going to tell us what's about to happen with 4, which is where we're in right now. So most common retracement points, not on the 4. The 4, let me see if I can remember here. On the 2, it's the 23 and the 38%. But I believe here, since we didn't have a deep retracement, that 4 could actually go deeper as long as it doesn't touch into 1. So what that means is we would max out, and a heavy bounce line will be the 50% line. So if you're looking to enter in, you're looking for something around probably 1750 as an entry point right now. And you can assume and almost bank on the fact that it will not go back down to 16937. okay? 16,397. So it will not go back down to that far, but your entry point at this 50% line is looking pretty good at 17,545-ish area, okay? So that's where you would come back in, and then, because what do you know, our fifth wave, and this will happen, whether it usually retraces almost pretty similar directional pattern as 2 to 3, so it'll look something like this. Where does that put us, my friends? That puts us over 20,000. That's how, like, in the beginning of this, how does Jay know that it's going to be 20,000? Like, we're following, there's speculation to a degree. There's like my own personal beliefs that fall into this. And then there's like, this is the most science we can get to in a market like this. Fib retracements don't lie. Elliott wave does not lie. And especially when you combine that with other indicators, you really start to read the story. You really start to understand what's happening. Okay, because I haven't even talked about exponential moving averages, which the moving averages that I like the most are 9, 13, 21, and 55. That's how I was taught it. And this is true for if you're shorting, if you're going long, or if you're just trying to scalp trade, because you can bank on the behavior of the 55 line, and you could make a lot of money off of just your entry points and exit points based off of the 55 line. I'm going to shoot a solo training on that. Don't worry. But that's how I've been doing a lot of it. So we've got the simple Bollinger Band strategy. This is way more advanced stuff. And you can tell like my confidence level isn't as high with this as it is with what I started with talking about the Bollinger Band strategy. But none of this is really like you have to be a pro at it. And that's true of right now. Understand that in another month, another 2 months, this might change. If you're watching this video 6 months down the road from the timestamp of when this was done, this could be completely different. And I might look way wrong, and I might actually be way wrong. So understand that, like there's a life cycle to this content, this information I'm giving you right now. If you want to make moves, you want to be aggressive, then there's 3 things you do. 1, join the Discord. 2, sign up for Binance through my link. And then 3, get into the boiler room and start trading, okay? Wow, 44 minutes in already. All right, let me catch up on some chat. You don't see the channel? What? The hell are you talking about? Let me look it up for you. Oh, it says I'm live right now. Crypto Junkies. There it is right there. So not enough time on the YouTube yet to get the nice, sexy, short channel. Like, do not attempt to copy that one. Let me just pop it in the live stream. But yeah, so what do you want? You want to watch the Mad Hatter Binance strategy full. Watch that. I mean, look, it's so sad right now. It's only got 155 views, guys. Like, this should have fucking 5 million views. Excuse my language, but like, seriously, if you knew what this would do for you, then it would have 5 million views. If like the whole world or a big portion of it, 5 million people worth, knew what this would do for them, this would be viral right now, this video. This video would be viral. There would be over 100,000 users in the Hasbot. There would be hundreds of thousands of members in the Discord. I'd be so stressed out right now because there'd be too many people in the Discord right now. So part of me is thankful, but it just proves how small this thing really is still. It proves how few people have the knowledge, how few people are seeing the windows of opportunity. All right? And if you're in the Discord, like, you're already in it. Yeah, you could say that I'm selling my group, Andre, but like, it sells itself. I want to see you get results. So you can come on the stream and talk shit. You can come on and say I'm being a little bitch and that I'm just pumping my group. First off, the group is free. So this ain't a TA group where we're gonna try and charge you a bunch of BTC. Secondly, like, if you want to prove me wrong, join the group. Get in there and try and prove me wrong through the level and quality of information that's in there. Then leave if you don't like it. But like, don't come on the stream and like try and be like that. You know what I mean? If you're going to prove me wrong or attempt to prove me wrong, then do it that way. Don't just come on and talk empty words. That's just lame. And for everybody who's already in a community, like, you get shut right down acting like that. All right, let me catch up on the chat. I love it. Everybody else is plugging the Discord in the group as well. And hit the like button, because when these videos come out of processing and they're on the YouTube channel, they are in demonetization mode. We've talked about this a long time. We've talked about this a lot of times, and what it means is that basically we don't get the same amount of eyeballs. So those little, hey, let's hit the like button, makes a big difference. Yeah, see, we already got so many people, so many community members that are on the stream. Yeah, Binance is the ticket. Of course, I'm shilling BitConnect. Shill everything. Everything with value. Everything with a window. Everything with a opportunity window. And I got my lines that I won't cross. You guys know that. If you're part of the community, you know that. Like, I wouldn't just pump anything. I got my lines that I don't cross. All right, I think I caught up on just about everything, but let's see. The group is awesome. What's the Discord name? Crypto Junkies. Yeah. I mean, just scroll up in the chat, guys. Like, all these people are community members. All these people are regular people, just like you, who believed enough to just click on a button and go sign up for a free account in Discord, and now something's changed. Something's different. The chat link for the Discord is right here, but it's the first link in the description as well. Catching up here. Hold on, catching up. Okay, that's the beginning. Cool. Nice. Yeah, there's a bunch of regulars in the chat right now. Yeah, I guess you got to kind of see it to believe it. You know, so it's easy to sit on the sidelines and talk shit. It really is. Like, it doesn't take any skills. And it's an easy way to take out passive aggressively your anger at yourself, at the world, at your failures, at your lack of getting in at the opportune times on things like this. So I understand that, but like, there's still opportunity. The window's not over yet. The window's not over for Bitcoin. The window's not over for anything that we just talked about. The window's still wide open. Like, and if you get nothing else from this, what I talk about on the channel now, over 200 videos. Like, I would not shoot and upload at least one video a day if I didn't love this. I just couldn't. I wouldn't have the topic points. I wouldn't have the subject matter. I wouldn't have the ability to come on and talk for hours and hours and hours on end about this stuff with such passion. I would be tired. I would be exhausted. I would wear myself out. And in fact, it's the opposite, right? So if nothing else, just get involved in crypto. And if you're in crypto and you're not making the money and you're mad because you're seeing all these success stories and it's triggering you, then get your piece. Like, figure out a way to get your piece. I'm telling you how you can get involved with something that's zero cost to you, that's getting you around people that are making a shitload of money. It's your choice on where you pull the trigger, though. It really is. All right, let's take questions. Let's open it up for questions. Open it up. Where do you pick your starting point for the first wave? Let's go back here. So usually the first wave is forming off the back of the last. So there's always a 5-wave sequence to retrace. So usually you're falling somewhere in, like with where we're at right now. Like, look at this. For anybody doubting what I just said, like, here we are. This number 4 will not touch into number one. It cannot touch into number one. If you go and back test and paper test this, you will see that never has that been true. And what do you see here? We see a small little turnaround on the 1 hour candles. So now what'll probably happen is we'll see some sort of run up. So even if you missed everything that was just here, you could get involved in 4 to 5, wave 4 to 5, which 5, who knows where this stops? It could be up here, it could be down here, doesn't matter, but it will follow the same sort of angle. The line angle will stay the same, and it will almost identically match the line angle of 2 to 3. But that's where we're going. Started off this stream talking about we're going to 20,000. We're going to 20,000, baby. We're going to 20,000. Okay? Somebody's asking in the live stream or on the Discord, what's the best exchange to trade with? I would say it's the most popular we're using is Binance. Does that mean it's the best? No. I would say Bittrex and Binance are my favorite. Bittrex tends to have the all the most popular coins. Like Bittrex has the most popular coins. Binance is a close second for me right now. Jay, don't you think when you're using TA, others are seeing the same, so you're not really getting an advantage? That's true. There's actually probably thousands of people right now, not necessarily watching this video, but that are TAs themselves, and they already know these moves. They're just going and scheduling their buying, their entry and exit points already. Like, so that's already happening, and you can, yeah, you can bet on that that's happening 100%. On smaller coins, that does affect the market. That does affect, like, if I go and call out, yo, BNB is on the rise right now, then I might actually miss my buy-in window because it might drive the price back up. On something like Bitcoin, that's not necessarily happening in the same way that would happen on BNB or you know, Verge or Lend. Okay, so this is a common question. Let me cover this one. What are the next coins Coinbase is going to cover? They haven't really said exactly what they're gonna roll out, but we can expect a few things. January, February, they will be rolling out new coins, and there's a lot of potentials here. Who covered this actually? Somebody covered this just the other day, and let me show you what they said because it was very good. Here we go. Goldbug1, if you don't follow him on TradingView, you probably should. You're not charged anything to follow him on TradingView. He's really, really good at TA. I like his perspective and his viewpoint. It's great. Okay. Here are his potentials. Ripple, Dash, IOTA, Quantum, OMG, Neo, Strat, and Waves. I don't like Waves. I don't think Strat will do it. Neo, possibly. OMG is a possibility. My highest would be Dash, Ripple, Neo, and then it would go to like IOTA, Strat, Waves. And the reason why is because IOTA has been proven to kind of be a pretty shitty platform. But apparently recently they sent their entire like software or blockchain off to MIT to resolve the issues that they have, because IOTA is pretty unusable as a platform. So the value, that's why it's a pretty volatile coin too, but the value isn't really there in that coin. So they need to work on that. And so, yeah, this is his most likely. And the one that I missed is Bcash, so Bitcoin Cash. That will probably be the next one that they do. I don't know if he put these in order, but my order would be Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Ripple, then Neo. Monero, I think, again, Monero just gets a bad rap, guys. It's known as like the drug coin now. So a lot of exchanges are avoiding it. So I hope that answers your question about the Coinbase debacle. What do I think about DAV? Well, great unrelated trading question. Yeah, I'll bite. DAV has been impressive because they put out updates and they do what they say and they say what they do. That right now is very important in lending platforms. You don't necessarily get to talk to a guy on the phone, but their support's really responsive and they're rolling out updates on a regular basis. That is very, very important. So in a speculation market, that moves attention. That's why DAV is grabbing up so much attention right now, is because of those little plays. And if Hextra were to just beef up their updates and their ability to communicate with their community, they would grab that market share back. Right now, Hex is losing its market share to DAV. Mark my words. Yes, they 100% are. Now, DAV is like the same terms as BitConnect. So it's like, why would you do DAV when you can do BitConnect, which has been around for a year? A lot of guys are getting into DAV because there's the additional lock on the lending side, and on the affiliate side, a lot of people haven't heard of DAV. Most people, they walk around with this assumption like everyone's heard about BitConnect. I hate to tell you, but the BitConnect market share in America is the smallest. It's like less than 10% of the overall community of BitConnect is from America. It's mostly Asia and the Middle East. So, like, you know, you got to kind of question why you're getting involved in these things. But if you're just trying to promote it and you're just trying to make some affiliate commission, DAV is probably a better option for you than BitConnect if you're going to operate from that frame of it's already saturated, I can't make any money. Yeah, you're probably right. You should go to something else. If you're talking about the lending side of it, they're basically the same outside of the additional lending lock for the additional percentage that you get on DAV. But that's it. A lot of people in the community love DAV. A lot of people loved Hex. You know, there's over, I want to say, 1 million invested in Hextra from the community. Yeah, so DAV is sitting at what, $23 right now? I'll wait until DAV gets 30, 35, 40, and I'll start selling out profit. I'm sitting on some DAV. And then that profit that I sell off will directly fund what? Another lend. So it's like the lend was just from house money. Lock that in. I increase my daily interest. Like, that's how you make moves in the lending platforms. The pre-ICO hustle videos, if you haven't watched those, probably should. That was weird. Spamming music in the chat. Thoughts on Ripple. If you're in the community, you know my thoughts on Ripple already. I love Ripple. 2018 play, sitting on a fair bit of Ripple, and I'll keep accumulating Ripple as time goes. And yeah, I think it's going to be huge in 2018 with the banking sector. Getting a little nasally, sorry. Crypto J, staking eggs on them DAV coin. That's right, baby. So here's the play. You come in pre-ICO. This is probably the simplest strategy you could do. You come in pre-ICO. You get that shit cheap. 50 cents, 60 cents, 99 cents, $1 per coin. You come in 500 to 1,000 coins. You hold it. Then they launch the internal exchange and the lending platform. Value goes up. On that initial pump, you pull out some, do a lend. Put the rest into staking, if they offer staking. Let that just bake, steak and eggs all day, all day, all day. Wait for the external exchange or the big news drop to get it to pump north of $10, $20, $30, $40. Continue to recycle out of the staking profits into more lends. So the value of the coin has gone up, $10, $20, $30 now, and we've got staking profits while we've been waiting for that value of the coin to go up. Like, we're squeezing so much value out of this. We're squeezing so many dollars. That's the maximum amount of dollars we could possibly squeeze out of that. Because we're holding the coin and staking it. So we're dealing with the growth of the coin itself, and we've already got a lend active. You just keep redoing that. You just keep redoing that over and over and over again. And you could really make that work through the entire length and lifetime of the platform itself. See what our lend is at. Still the same thing, 365. So I bought in at 369. You see my buy order here, 13,000 filled. All right. So I get asked this question a lot. Hash flare. I don't even think I've been to the website. I have no clue. BitConnect is not down. It's it uses Cloudflare, so there might be something going on with your browser that's blocking it. So great question. How do I feel about Coinbase in trusting, obviously putting your money into it? Who are they reporting to? Where's that information going? Look, you're already paying capital gains tax. You can't hide from that. So yes, I do believe that they're passing on the information as a secondary filter. So if you're trying to lie about not making any money off crypto, they're going to be able to pull your record. I believe they're directly piped into whoever, Homeland, NSA, giving them that data on how much money you've been depositing in Bitcoin and withdrawing and exchanging on the platform. And they're going to use that against you if you're trying to hide from taxes. I do believe that. That's just smart. At the end of the day, the government wants its cut. Government wants its cut. So it's going to be hard to hide from that if that's your goal. And I would not suggest to do that. Yeah, 10x that hustle, baby. 10x that hustle. Oh, there's a ton of good ICOs coming out. I've got a full list underneath all the pre-ICO hustle videos. There's a full list, and there's they're in the Discord chat as well. Oh, while I got you and we're talking trading, we've got the contest going on. Today's Monday. Wednesday's the last day. So the person with the highest percentage gain, that's taking out your losses, adding your losses, subtracting your losses from your wins. The person with the highest gain from last Wednesday to this Wednesday coming up, which is in 2 days, that person is going to win a 3-month simple license to HashBot trading software. This is an automation bot, helps remove the emotion out of trading because it's a bot that's executing the trades for you. It's not a set and forget bot. It is a bot that does require your attention, but if you're already day trading, it's a perfect tool to run alongside your efforts. This is how a couple guys in the community were able to scale from 5 and 10,000 to 6 figures. They didn't do that all with manual trading. They actually were executing bot trades simultaneously with the manual trading efforts, okay? So you still got 2 days to go in, give it the best you've got, and possibly win a 3-month license of the bot, which is 0.5. I think that's like $1,000, right? Or 0.05 BTC. So insane value. I want to thank everyone at Hash Online, Hash Trading Bot family, once again for staking that up. It's really gotten a lot more people involved and into day trading that I think would have never gotten into it. So I'm insanely grateful for that. That's the wrong group, Robert. There's no Crypto Junkies that has 5 members. It's the big one. Over 1,700. Cool. Okay, so that's the step 3. So under this video, you'll see I have trade like a boss. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1, get a VPN. With net neutrality just getting repealed, right? And now you're going to have issues with connecting to certain sites. You need a VPN so that there's a different IP address and different location that you're logging into your sites from. Go ahead, get that now. Get used to using it because you're going to need it. Get the VPN. It's $99 for 3 effing years, guys. That's so cheap, I don't even know what to do with myself. Step 2 is Binance. Sign up for Binance Exchange because that's what everybody uses. And there's a difference in price from exchange to exchange. That's what everybody uses in the boiler room. Third thing, if you want the bot to run simultaneously to the exchange trades that you're doing, then that link is there too. That's step 3. Pick up the HashBot. So you could buy the bot if you wanted to right now for a 20 to 30% off discount. You just use the coupon code CryptoJunkie. That's another exclusive that we've got. You could not go get that on your own right now. Like, that's what we just keep doing, guys. I don't know if you noticed, but I just keep going out and trying to leverage our community to get the best possible deal we can get so that we've got the odds in our favor. That's it. Any other questions? Any other questions? We did good today, man. I was on a roll. Whew. Hour just passed. I want to get back to trading. Now that I got my trades open, what is I'll let the stream lag catch up, but I'm gonna look at a few other things here. While I got you. No. Gonna wait on BNB. I missed this entry right here. This would have been nice right here. What is that? Okay, so it dipped down to 4.7. I would have come in right here. This was just before the stream. I know a few people who got in right here. Okay. I've got some BNB still, 133. So now I could sell that off and sell that out into US dollar tether, which I will. And then I will just keep running this up and building up this the amount of BNB that I've got. Verge. See what old Vergie's doing. 1 minute. See what 1 hour is doing. Okay. Oh yeah, bunch. Oh, Bankera. Update on Bankera. I've got over 60,000 Bankera. It's a slow accumulator. So I just keep buying it as I get, we're getting affiliate commissions now into my Spectro Coin account from other people buying Bankera. And then I think once, twice a week, I'm moving over some other BTC into that and then converting it out and buying Bankera. It's still at like 13 cents a piece. I think Bankera is going to be a big play in 2018 as well. There's one other thing that I wanted to see here. What do you need a VPN for? I covered that in the beginning of the stream, but just to recap, this basically shows a different IP address so that you can have access to sites that you might not be able to have access to naturally through your internet service provider or ISP. With net neutrality, now the issue is that you're not going to be able to access the sites the same way at the same speeds or maybe even at all. So that's why you need a VPN. 4-hour crypto. This is lagging like shit today. We just upgraded to the highest. I thought I was at the highest, but I wasn't. Just upgraded to that, but it's not fully in play yet. Sweet. Just hooked up your NordVPN. It was easy, right? Like I downloaded it, opened it, running. I just don't run it when I'm on a stream. What's the name of the book, Seagold? DM me in the Discord. I can't remember. I'll take a picture of it though and send it to you. Actually, I might even have it on PDF because I think I printed it on PDF. I don't think it's for sale or available anymore either. So maybe I just have to send it to you. I don't know. I don't want to break any copyright though, so I got to check. Can your ISP still see your search with a VPN? Usually no. Oh no, it's okay. I don't mind repeating sometimes. No, BCC hasn't exited. Calm down. We'll try and work off of facts, right? So when a site's up or down or there's a problem, don't react until you have more information. Then make a more educated decision. Proton VPN is great. Ghost VPN is great. USI Tech is about to fall. Nope. Nope. Tor or NordVPN? Gosh, Tor is so old. I don't know. Whatever you like using more. I mean, Nord is so effing cheap. Why not? Yeah, if you're trying to sign up, Daryl, for Binance, just sign up. Just sign up on your computer because you got to like verify your email, and then obviously you're going to try and send over BTC to it or ETH or something else. VPS, there's so many VPSs. You need a VPS to run Hasbot. What do I use? Komodo? No, I don't know. Yeah, USI, like I'm heavy in that one. Almost generating $1,000 a day alone just from USI. I'm not worried about that. When somebody starts spreading a little FUD on that, don't even faze me. Okay, Ultra Surf VPN is another great free. Thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you for that, brother. Is there a lot of FUD? I haven't really paid attention to the chat, guys. Just get them out of here. Do I think Hexabot was really hacked? I do. Dean, what's up, man? Late, better late than never, as they say. It might have turned into an exit with Hexabot, because the thing is like he might be like, damn, dude, like there's so much to fix now. I might not ever be able to fix it if I turn it back on, and there's still some people left with 11 BTC. He's losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, I don't know. That's a very difficult position to be in. His moral compass might be different than other people's, so I guess just have to wait and see on that one. I didn't call anyone an idiot. Let's just be clear about that. I don't do that. I don't attempt to like bring other people down like that. Buy pesos, forget US dollars. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are doing, but didn't we just pull up BitConnect? Like, I don't understand why people get so passionately fucking insane about this stuff. There. Logged in. You okay now? Gonna relax? And if you're reacting like that, then maybe you shouldn't have as big of an allocation as you have in BitConnect. If you're gonna lose sleep over this, if you're gonna show up and just kind of like be that irritated in the chat about it all, then don't get in there. Or bank up somewhere else, you know, offset that risk. Because I just don't like, nobody goes out of their way to act like that, right? Nobody goes out of their way to like be insanely scared all the time. But finances do that to us. And it just, I think the thing that triggers me is not when people act like that, but the fact that we all can act like that. That's what bothers me about it. And all it really takes is making a better plan. So what I would challenge you to do is make a better plan. That's it. Make a better plan, feel better, sleep, you know, sleep more sound. I don't know. Yeah, spread it like peanut butter, baby. Offset that risk. I appreciate you guys showing up. Okay, let's cut it there. That's it for today. That's enough. Conversation continues, like always, in the Discord chat. It's going on. I want to get back into trading myself. Sorry, but I got money to make. And so I'm going to set up some new challenges for myself in and around trading. And I'd love for you to join us in the group. And that's pretty much it. We'll be back same place, same time, 9 a.m. Singapore time zone on Wednesday. And that will be the end and the conclusion of the trading challenge, the day trading challenge with the Haas Online software. Somebody's going to walk away with over $1,000 value in the trading bot software. 3-month simple license. It's going to be amazing. So whatever result they got manually trading, it's going to be immediately 10x'd now that they've got the basic trading skill knowledge with the bot. It's going to be that good. No giveaway today because it's lagging too much. I'll probably just do one exclusively in the community. If you guys notice, like I've kind of moved away from doing giveaways on this. Like I don't talk about the giveaways. It's not advertised in the title, and I'm mostly just doing it in the Discord now because I really want to reward the people that are spending day and night in this group versus the people who can just jump on and join us in a live stream. While I appreciate that support, true community advocates are in there. All right, my friends, that's it for today. Thank you so much. Once again, be sure to smash the like button and place a comment after it's done processing. I know we just chatted here together openly. Just show us some love so that we get that algorithm kicking, and we get more views to this, more attention. We're almost to 10,000 subscribers. Almost. We just crossed 9,000. We are less than 1,000 people away now from 10,000 subs. I had that, remember, I had that original goal of getting there before the end of the year. I still think we can do it. All right, that's it. See you guys.